It's breakfast with friends on this Monday morning with lots of rain having fallen over the last while. And with regard to that, we do hope that you are traveling safely wherever you're going. If you can work from home, today is a good day to do just that.
Definitely.
One of those people who is working from home is Pastor Peter Cornelius. Thank you for joining us via StreamYard, Pastor.
Yes, good morning. And I'm very happy to be joining you via StreamYard this morning.
Tell you can ask Rachel, you can ask me. Yo, it was crazy on the roads, massive puddles of water, and we're getting so many reports of roads that are flooded and whatnot. So yeah, it really is a good idea if you can work from home. But we're not here to talk about the weather or the road conditions. We are here to talk about the condition of the church in our beautiful city and racial reconciliation. Peter, in terms of this event that's coming up, please just tell us the motivation behind this event.
Yeah. Well, I think it's maybe appropriate for me to start with this. Whenever someone hears racial reconciliation, whether it's in the context of the church or just general nation building, everybody goes, ooh, it's a bit of a heavy topic. And we approach this topic with reverence and respect, but also with a great deal of positivity. We believe that God is a healer and that God is doing something fresh and something new in terms of healing the divides that exist within the nation and especially the church. And so we really believe that God has called us to the ministry of reconciliation, not just between man and God, but also between man and man, especially where ethnic and cultural differences divide.
That is so important that we get it right, hey?
Yeah.
In terms of this, we are so many years as a nation into our democracy, yet there is still this divide. There is still deep-seated hurt and wounding. How do we move forward?
In short, with great difficulty, but by the grace of God. You mentioned that we are 30 years into our democracy. That's a relatively short time compared to what was the norm of the world in terms of division. If we were to look at the countries that are way more progressive in terms of how long they've had to deal with this, like the United States, who's got a longer history of dealing with this type of thing institutionally. And we notice that the divide still persists there and the work still continues there. I think as long as people are going to exist and live amongst each other, I think the temptation to divide will always be there. So the work never ends. I do think, of course, that with the proper application and the proper calling and gifting from God, the situation does improve itself over the years. So I do think that after 30 years, there are some improvements, but there are many more that need to be made.
So true. So what's happening? How do people get to these events and who needs to come?
Okay, so I represent a group called R8. And the R8 is just an abbreviated form for reconciliate, which is our main purpose and our goal. And the 8 also stands for the 8 R's that speak to reconciliation. And we really believe that the greatest miracle that the church and our nation and our continent can experience is racial reconciliation. So we are not an organization. We're not an institution. We are simply a movement. We are a group of Christian leaders who love Jesus. We are Christ-centered. We believe in his word as the standard for life and practice. And we've come together over the last few years with the major goal of providing a platform for reconciliation and engagement and communication around this topic. We are hosting this Thursday a breakfast at the Pano Golf Club with the theme of the church and reconciliation and racial reconciliation. And we are inviting anyone, any Christian, preferably leader, but any person that is really interested in this topic to come and explore with us, hear a little bit more about what can be done, the direction we believe that the Lord is ushering us as a church in. And this event is completely free. Well, it's free to the attendee. It's not free to us. We're covering the cost. And we'd love to have people who are interested and even if you're not like-minded, if you're interested, we can deal with the like-mindedness afterwards. But if you are interested, we'd love to have you on Thursday morning at the Paddle Golf Club at 9 a.m.
Brilliant. How do people book their spot, Peter?
Well, they can. I see you've got the graphic up there, but for those who can't see the video, they can contact Tashrika, and the number is on the flyer, and that's 072 080 5272, and she'll book you a spot. Now, obviously, there are limited spots available, and so first come, first served. Of course, we've got about 20 to 30 spots available for CCFM listeners.
Fantastic. Would you just give us that number one more time, please, Peter, just so we can make sure we got it down?
072 080 5272.
072 080
5272.
5272. Fantastic. And that's to, you can WhatsApp Tashreeq to book your space. I think this is such an important conversation and definitely worthwhile. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, as Peter has said, you need to book your space for this Thursday and use that number 072 080 5272. Peter, thank you so much for chatting to us, and we look forward to chatting to you again after the event and hearing the beautiful stories of how God is moving in the hearts of people so we can unite as believers, as children of God, and move forward. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jonathan. Great to be here.
Great.